So many times we have heard the word GDP, that is the gross domestic product, or the word national income in most of our endeavors with the stock markets or the Indian economy. But how many of us really know what exactly it means, how it is calculated, and what value it has when a country's economy is concerned? So check out this full video and we'll be getting to the crux of this matter. GDP is the final value of the goods and services that are produced within the geographical boundaries of any country within a stipulated period of time, which is usually 1 year. So you can call GDP as a measure of the national income of any country. So in a very non-technical terminology, you can say that GDP is the sum of the profits or the incomes or the interest of every person or every company of this country within a period of time, be it 1 month, be it 1 year, or be it 1 quarter. The word gross in GDP means that you do not take into account the wear and tear and the depreciation into this factor. If you are considering every other wear and tear and the depreciation as well, then you can call it as the net national income. Also, the word domestic tells you that we are not including any income outside our country. So every income that we are considering in the GDP has to be domestic, which means it has to be in the boundaries, in the geographical boundaries of India. As we said, GDP is the measure of the national income of any country, and it is measured in terms of percentage, wherein we can compare the previous year to the coming year and to the future years. So we get an idea whether the economy is growing at a faster rate or a slower rate as compared to the previous year in terms of percentage. If a country produces less as compared to the previous year, then the GDP becomes negative and we can say that the economy is going into a recession. If this period of negative GDP or a recession continues for a long period of time, for many years, then we can say that the economy is going into a depression. GDP gives a clear-cut signal of the health of any economy. So the businesses can make use of this factor to develop their business strategies by taking into consideration the GDP of the previous years and the estimated GDP of the coming years, as well as the individual investors can also make their strategies while they are investing in the stock markets or in their own businesses as well. The corporate reports and the inventory data shown in the GDP report are a great source of information for all the equity investors, which gives you the idea of the health of the economy. Now let us talk about how GDP is calculated. There are 3 ways in which we can calculate GDP. The first one is the output method. The second one is the income method, and the third one is the expenditure method. In the first method, that is the output method, which is also called as the product method, the total amount of any commodity which is produced within the borders of any country is calculated on the whole. And this total amount of one single commodity is multiplied by the market price of one single commodity, which will give you the total gross domestic production in that particular country. But the price of that single commodity keeps on changing area wise, and also month wise the price of a single commodity keeps on changing due to the taxes or due to the subsidies that are available. To nullify this effect, the real GDP is calculated at one single cost price or a market price of that particular commodity. After calculating this real GDP at one constant price, the taxes are reduced and the subsidies are added into it so that you get the final value of the desired GDP. The second method to calculate GDP is the income method. In this method, the income of all the factors that are involved in the production of any commodity is considered, and a total of all these incomes is made to find out the GDP of a nation. So for an example, let's say in a factory there are employees working, So the employees are getting their income in the form of their salary. So if you add the income of all the employees, you get that particular total. Also, the landowner is getting the rent because he is allowing the factory to be run on his land. So the landowner is earning some income out of it, as well as the manufacturers, the owner of the company or the factory is also earning by selling the goods that he is manufacturing in his factory. So his income is also added into the pool. Also the return on capital, which is earned by the way of interest. So the formula for the net national income is equal to wages plus rent plus profit plus interest. Now to find out the gross factor out of this net national income, we need to add two more factors into it to make the adjustment to this particular formula and find out the gross effect. The first one is depreciation of capital and the second one is the net foreign factor income. The net foreign factor income is the subtraction of the income earned by the rest of the world in the nation minus the income earned by the nation from the rest of the world. The GDP factor cost becomes the wages plus rent plus interest plus profit plus depreciation plus net foreign factor income. This is the sum of the final income of all the factors which contribute to a business in a country before taxes. Now, if we add the taxes and deduct the subsidies, then it becomes the total income at market cost. So the GDP at market cost is equal to GDP at factor cost minus the subsidies plus the indirect taxes. The third method to calculate the GDP is the expenditure method. This is a converse method to the income method, wherein the income is not considered but the total expenditure on the goods and services within the boundaries of a country is considered for that particular year. Mathematically, GDP as calculated by way of the expenditure method is equal to C plus I plus G plus the net exports, that is the exports minus the imports, where C is the consumption expenditure, which includes all the money that we spend as consumers for buying goods and services like food, car or our petrol bills or various other bills. Where I stands for the investment expenditure, wherein the consumers spend their money for investment for any business, let's say for buying machinery or for buying a land or various other investments. G stands for government expenditures, which includes all the expenditure that we do for paying various taxes and other expenditures to the government. And the net exports, that is EX minus IM. So the net exports includes the exports that we have done to the other countries minus the imports that we have done from other countries, which will give you EX minus IM, that is exports minus imports. Out of these three methods, there is no particular method which is better than the other, because each one of these three methods is equally useful for various other sectors, for analyzing various companies, or you can say various time frames. So people use any of these three methods to calculate the GDP and take their decisions and make their strategies according to their business or their personal investments. So GDP in the short can be explained as giving an indicator of the health of any economy and to project the health of economy in the coming years. So that is all in this video about GDP. I hope it is clear to you that the GDP is the national income of any country within the boundaries of that country within a stipulated period of time. Thank you for watching the video till the very end. Share the video if you've liked it, if you found value out of it. Also subscribe the channel and enable the bell icon.